Welcome to Cheater Confessions. Let's get started with today's story. My name's Gary, and for 8 years, I thought I had the kind of marriage people envied. Amanda and I started young. We built everything together. A tiny house, long commutes, late-night pizza dinners after work. She was the spontaneous one. I was the calm one. It worked. Or at least, I thought it did. Lately, though, things had started to feel off. Not broken, just hollow. Her phone was always face down, her laughter sharper when she texted. She'd started staying out late with the girls from marketing. I never made a scene. I just watched. When you've been with someone long enough, you start to notice when their smile isn't for you anymore. One Friday, she walked into the kitchen wearing a black dress I'd never seen before. Short, fitted, confident. She spritzed perfume I didn't recognize. "Big night?" I asked, leaning against the counter. "Girls' night," she said quickly, grabbing her purse. "We're just going to that new bar downtown. Don't wait up." I smiled and nodded. "Sure. Have fun." She hesitated for half a second. Maybe guilt, maybe nerves. Then kissed my cheek and left. I sat there a while, staring at my drink. Something didn't fit. Amanda wasn't a liar by nature, but lies have a sound, and that one rang off-key. Out of habit, I opened our shared restaurant app on my phone. We used it for reservations, loyalty points, and little date nights. There it was, Le Marais Bistro, table for two, 8 p.m. under her name. My first reaction wasn't anger. It was a focus. My mind went quiet, steady. I'd spent my life fixing things, solving problems without emotion getting in the way. This wasn't going to be any different. I looked at the reservation again, memorized the time, then set my phone down. "Girls' night," I muttered. "Let's see what kind of night that really is." I poured myself another drink, turned off the kitchen light, and waited. The next morning, Amanda acted like nothing had happened. She hummed while making coffee, scrolled through her phone, and told me she'd had so much fun with the girls. I nodded, pretending to listen, while my mind replayed the reservation from the night before. I didn't ask questions. People reveal themselves better when they think you're not looking. Over the next week, I paid attention. Her stories started to overlap. One night, she said she'd gone to dinner with coworkers, but the credit card alert showed a charge at a bar across town, a place that didn't match her version. A few days later, I found a rideshare receipt emailed to our shared inbox. Drop-off, Hotel Edgewater. She never mentioned a hotel. I didn't go digging through her phone. I didn't have to. Mistakes leave traces when people get comfortable lying. Then, one evening while she was in the shower, her smartwatch lit up on the nightstand. I wasn't looking for it. It just buzzed in my direction. The message preview read, "Same spot as last time. Can't wait," from someone named Rustin. I stared at that line for a full minute. Then I picked up my jacket and went for a walk. Later that night, I met my friend Victor for coffee. He's a lawyer, not the dramatic type, just calm and precise. I didn't tell him everything, just enough. "What would you do?" I asked. "If your spouse was lying, but you wanted to end it cleanly?" He leaned back, thought for a moment, then said, "If you ever move, move once, and clean. No yelling, no scenes. Just facts." That sentence stuck with me. By the time I got home, Amanda was asleep. Her phone was glowing on the nightstand, buzzing with another message she didn't hide well enough. I turned off the lamp and watched her for a moment. Peaceful, unbothered, completely unaware that her story was already unraveling. I didn't know exactly what I'd do yet, but I knew one thing for sure. When it ended, it wouldn't be with shouting. It would be with silence. By Wednesday, Amanda was already setting up her next girls' night. I didn't ask who was going or where. I didn't need to. She volunteered too much information anyway. That's how liars trip. "It's just me, Brooke and Jenna," she said while checking her reflection in the hallway mirror. "We're trying that new French place. You'd hate it. Tiny portions, fancy prices." "Le Marais Bistro?" I asked, keeping my tone light. She froze for half a second, then forced a smile. "Yeah, how'd you know?" "Think I saw an ad," I said. She nodded too quickly and walked off. That was all the confirmation I needed. After she left for work, I sat at the kitchen table with a pen and paper. I wasn't writing a letter. I was outlining a clean exit. Victor's words echoed in my head. Move once, move clean. I called Le Marais around lunchtime. "Hi," I said evenly. I'm confirming a table under Amanda Lewis for Friday night, 8 p.m. Yes, sir, it's confirmed, the hostess replied cheerfully. I'd like to send something to that table when she arrives, I said. A small envelope. It's important. There was a pause. Would that be a gift, sir? In a way, I said. That evening I opened the safe in my home office. Inside was a folder I'd started a month ago. Every screenshot, every receipt, every email. I printed copies, organized them neatly, and slid them into a cream envelope. On top I placed signed divorce papers. No yelling, no warning, just finality. The note on top read, "Enjoy dinner. You'll be dining with a lawyer next." By Friday morning, everything was arranged. That night, when she walked out in her heels, telling me not to wait up, I smiled like always. I won't, I said quietly. As the door closed, I picked up my car keys. I parked across from Le Marais Bistro, far enough not to be seen but close enough to watch through the wide front windows. Couples were already inside, laughing over wine. The kind of evening Amanda and I used to have, before everything turned into excuses. Amanda was wearing that same black dress, the one she'd worn during her last girls' night. A few minutes later, Rustin arrived. I recognized him from photos she'd shown me months ago, a co-worker from another branch. He wore confidence like a suit. They walked in together, no hesitation, no guilt. The host greeted them warmly, led them to a small table by the window. Perfect view. I watched her laugh, that bright laugh that used to be mine. At exactly 8:15, I called the restaurant. "This is Gary Lewis," I said quietly. "You can bring it now." From my car, I saw the waiter approach their table, calm, composed, carrying a small silver tray. On it sat the cream envelope. "For you, ma'am," the waiter said. "From your husband." Even from across the street, I saw the shift in her posture. She froze, blinked, then forced a nervous smile. Rustin looked confused, his hand halfway to his glass. Amanda opened the envelope with trembling fingers. Her face drained of color as she read. She flipped through the documents, first the receipts, then the screenshots, then the divorce papers. By the time she reached my signature, her eyes were glassy. Rustin leaned in, whispering something, but she didn't respond. I didn't move, didn't smile, just watched her realize it was over. She whispered something, my name, maybe, but I couldn't hear it through the glass. I started my car, turned the wheel, and drove off. For the first time in months, I felt calm, completely calm. When Amanda came home, her makeup was smudged, her hair a mess, and her expression stuck somewhere between anger and panic. I was at the kitchen table, drinking coffee, calm as ever. "What the hell was that, Gary?" she snapped, dropping her purse on the counter. "You humiliated me in front of everyone." I looked up. "You did that yourself." Her jaw clenched. "You sent the waiter with divorce papers? Who does that?" "Someone tired of being lied to." She paced the kitchen like she was trying to find the right words. "It wasn't what you think," she said finally. "It wasn't serious." I leaned back in my chair. "You lied, Amanda. You dressed up for another man, booked a table, and told me you were going out with friends. That's serious enough." Tears welled in her eyes, but she blinked them back. "I made a mistake. I can fix it." I shook my head. "You can't fix something you kept breaking." Silence filled the room. She dropped into the chair across from me, her voice softer now. "When did you plan all this?" "The night you made that first reservation," I said. "I just waited for you to tell me the truth. You never did." Her eyes widened slightly. She understood then. I hadn't caught her by chance. I'd given her time to come clean, and she'd chosen the lie instead. "I didn't think you'd actually go through with it," she whispered. "That's the problem," I said quietly. "You thought I never would." I stood, placed my mug in the sink. "Victor will contact you. The papers are filed. You'll keep your car and personal account. I'm not out to destroy you." She stared at me, broken and speechless. "So that's it?" "That's it." For a moment she lingered in the doorway, like she wanted me to stop her. I didn't. She grabbed her purse, keys, and coat. The door closed behind her with a soft click. No begging, no fight, just silence. And that silence felt louder than any argument we'd ever had. The divorce process started fast. Victor handled everything cleanly. No drawn-out hearings, no messy negotiations. Amanda tried to delay it at first, claiming she was emotionally unstable, but the evidence was stacked too neatly. The judge signed the temporary orders within weeks. I kept the house and the savings account. She kept her car and personal items. Fair, by every definition. I didn't celebrate. I just moved forward. Amanda, though, didn't. Her bright, confident energy dimmed. I heard from mutual friends that she'd taken time off work for health reasons. After she left the house, she moved into a small, one-bedroom apartment near the river, nothing like the home we'd built together. She stopped posting online, stopped showing up to gatherings. One evening, about a month after the hearing, Amanda showed up at the house. She looked smaller somehow, hair pulled back, no makeup, eyes tired. She stood on the porch for a long time before knocking. I opened the door but didn't invite her in right away. "You need something?" I asked. She swallowed hard. "I just wanted to say I'm sorry." "For what part?" Her lip trembled. "All of it. The lying. The way it ended. I didn't think you'd actually walk away. I thought you needed me." "I did," I said quietly, "until you made me stop." Her eyes filled with tears. "Rustin doesn't matter. He never did. It was stupid." "Then why keep doing it?" I asked. She didn't answer, just stood there, defeated. The woman who used to fill every room now barely took up space. "I'm not here to fight," she whispered. "I just wanted to tell you that you didn't deserve it. Any of it." For a moment, I almost felt sorry for her. Almost. But sympathy isn't the same as forgiveness. "The papers are final in a few weeks," I said. "After that, you'll get the notice." She nodded slowly. "I know. I just wish you'd yelled. Something." I met her eyes. "No! You got my silence instead. It lasts longer." When she left, I closed the door gently. Behind it, I heard her start to cry. By the time the final hearing came, everything was routine. Victor handed me a folder with the last signatures and said, "It's done, Gary. You're officially free." The words didn't hit like fireworks, more like a door quietly closing behind me. I sold the house a month later, moved into a smaller place near the waterfront. Clean walls, open air, no ghosts. My mornings were simple. Coffee, a jog, quiet. I didn't check Amanda's social media. I didn't need to know how she was doing. That chapter was finished. A few weeks after the move, I went to a networking dinner through work. That's where I met Xenia. Calm voice, easy smile, no sharp edges. We talked about travel, food, and nothing deep. She didn't ask about my past, and I didn't offer it. For the first time in a long time, conversation felt natural. Later that night, as I drove home, my phone lit up. A message from Amanda. "Can we talk? Just once?" I stared at it for a while, then replied, "No need. We already said everything." She didn't text back. 2 months later, I ran into her at the farmer's market. She looked different, thinner, paler, carrying herself like she was walking through someone else's life. She forced a small smile. "You look good," she said quietly. "So do you," I lied. She hesitated, then asked, "Are you happy?" I nodded. "Yeah, because I stopped chasing what was already gone." She looked down, eyes wet. "I hope you find peace." "I already did," I said. "It started the night you lied about girls' night." She nodded, unable to respond, then walked away. That was the last time I saw her. Months later, I sat with Xenia on a rooftop patio. She laughed at something small, and I caught myself smiling without effort. No past weighing on it. I realized then what victory really meant. Not revenge, not proving her wrong, but being untouched by her anymore. Because sometimes the quietest goodbye is the loudest truth. Thank you for watching.